Now to our latest edition of Campus Lens. I'm Courtney Cole. Campus Lens is our partnership with Emerson College of Journalism, streaming exclusively on CBS News Boston, produced by Emerson College students.
Now, from Emerson College Journalism, streaming on CBS News Boston, this is Campus Lens.
Welcome to Campus Lens. I'm Vani Hanamarian. Graduation is just around the corner, and for college seniors, the countdown isn't just about finals. It's about figuring out what comes next and where. Boston has long been known as a college town, but now it's becoming a major player in tech with opportunities for new graduates. From artificial intelligence to biotech, companies are growing across the city, especially just across the river in Cambridge. Reporter Jules Mazzolini joins us from the control room with more. Jules?
Thanks, Vani. Here in Boston, it's clear the tech scene is growing fast. With companies expanding near Massachusetts Institute of Technology, students say opportunity is everywhere, but so is the competition. Over the past decade, Greater Boston has become one of the country's top tech hubs, driven by research institutions, venture capital, and a growing startup scene centered in Cambridge's Kendall Square. Companies here are leading in artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotech industries, which are expected to shape the future workforce. Professor in media technology John Craig Freeman believes embracing these developments is key.
Every institution is technologically contingent, and if any institution just simply tries to ignore these changes or just to reject them outright, because of the perils, then the institution itself risks becoming obsolete or irrelevant.
According to the Boston Globe, the city has supported local startups through the Healy Driscoll and Mass Tech Hub's $75 million program. Agencies like Allure Security received $17 million in funding, and Flourish Care received $5.7 million. Despite the ongoing support, Boston tech job openings saw a 51% dip as of late 2025.
I would say, in our ecosystem, we're fortunate that there is a lot of opportunity still for students to join in with various grassroots communities and events, to participate in hackathons where they're able to build a portfolio.
Sabrina Mansur, the director of Massachusetts Artificial Intelligence Hub, is responsible for implementing Healy's AI Strategic Task Force. To her, using AI as a benefit can increase productivity.
So I think finding that balance of where it is, because it's not as simple as 2 + 3, right? You have to figure out, where is the tool going to be helpful, where is it not in your day-to-day.
As Boston's tech sector continues to grow, students say the pressure is on to gain those skills early, but the opportunity to stay and work in the city may make it worth it. Responsibly utilizing AI and technology is as crucial as ever as students begin entering the job market. Live for Campus Lens at Emerson College, I'm Jules Mazzolini.
Thanks, Jules. Now we head to East Boston. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said grocery prices are expected to rise another 3.1% in 2026, putting even more pressure on families already struggling to afford food. That is making resources like food banks increasingly important. Reporter Jessica Liu has the story.
At Easty Farm, food distribution helps families facing rising food costs and financial hardship access healthy food. For many East Boston residents, it has also become a source of stability. Each week, community members come here to pick up fresh produce.
And I think having access to a place that doesn't ask them to even prove their need, but provides them with food to help them and their families is really important.
Along with eating financial pressure, the food bank also makes daily life more manageable for many residents. By providing fresh produce in the neighborhood, it makes it easier for families to get the food they need each week.
Having some place that's near me really helps me balance that work and be able to afford healthy groceries. So that's been really exciting.
EC Farm operates a program with support from donation, volunteer, and local coordination. Before food is handed out, it is collected, sorted, and organized, where volunteers help residents and distribute items they need.
So on our heavy week, we have about 350 shares to pack, and on our lighter week, we have about 187, I think.
EC Farm is just one example of how local food banks are meeting a growing need across the country. As food prices remain high, that support continues to matter for families in communities far beyond Boston.
Thank you, Jessica. And though food prices are rising, liquor sales are going down. Reporter Emily Martinez has the story on which generation is driving this change.
From bar stools to binge watching, Gen Z is changing the alcohol consumption rate.
Honestly, I haven't been to the bar much since I turned 21.
I would say socially and casually. Definitely on occasion, but not just like any day of the week I'm popping bottles.
According to an examined credit and debit card data from Bank of America, they found younger generations are cutting back on alcohol and spending more on fitness. And if young adults are not drinking, this is what they are doing.
School, homework, work out, spend time with my friends and family.
Usually just hanging out with friends, reading, any other hobbies.
Data also revealed that spending at liquor, wine, and beer stores fell 5% year over year, while spending at bars rose at 4%.
If we're hanging out at my place from the liquor store, but usually we'll go out and get it from wherever we're out.
Definitely a restaurant or a bar, but I do sometimes prefer wine from a liquor store.
But behind that shift, some say the pressure to drink is fueled by what they see online.
But yeah, I feel there's a huge drinking culture on social media, so yeah.
But in most recent years, the Dry January Challenge, which is a month without alcohol, has become more popular. And though the trend doesn't continue past the new year, Gen Z has found it to be more about drinking in moderation rather than abstaining.
For Campus Lens at Emerson College, I'm Emily Martinez.
Thank you, Emily. Now, it's easy to imagine how urban life with Boston's furry friends comes with a unique set of challenges and advantages. Reporter Aparna Prabhakar joins us live in the Boston Commons. Aparna?
It's a good time to be man's best friend in Boston. Dog sitting site Rover just ranked Boston as the nation's second most dog-friendly city.
To some dog owners, like Thomas O'Connor, this ranking is justified by accommodating community members and the wealth of green spaces where dogs can run free.
Yeah, I think everywhere you walk around the city, they're always very welcoming to dogs, even the hotels. But there's so many parks in the city, and not every city has so many green spaces.
But to other Boston locals, navigating urban life with a dog is not as easy. Like dog owner Ben Shirley explains, city regulations don't allow dogs in most indoor eateries.
Within the city limits, even if it's a place that, has plenty of room, they typically don't allow dogs. So I think it's a little harder there. As far as grocery stores and things, people tend to be much more friendly, but restaurants and bars and breweries where I think in a lot of other places dogs hang out and bring up the vibe, we don't have that, which is unfortunate.
While they may not be allowed inside restaurants, canines are being spoken for on the floors of City Hall. Organizations like the Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals are fighting to make Boston more livable for these furry friends.
Our advocacy team just worked with the government to help have more inclusive pet housing. So I think that will be a really big step for Boston. Because housing is one of the primary challenges and reasons that we do get dogs and cats surrendered to us.
As the city and its residents work towards a more dog-friendly Boston, these pooches will continue putting a smile on everyone's faces. For Campus Lens at Emerson College, I'm Aparna Prabhakar.
Thank you so much, Aparna, and thank you for watching Campus Lens at Emerson College. I'm Vani Hanamirian.
Thank you for joining us for our latest edition of Campus Lens. Now remember, if you'd like to take another look at any of the stories you just watched, you can visit YouTube and search CBS Boston Campus Lens. Until next time.